Where are we? All right, folks, welcome back to Coca-Cola Fan Zone, the MEAC-SWAC Challenge. We had a power outage that knocked everything out, so apologize, folks. Sorry for that. And so it was with the power outage, so it was all good. So we are back. Again, apologies for that. So completely knocked us out in the middle of the live stream, but we're back in action. So again, we're here at Center Park Stadium, Georgia State University. This is their stadium. We're here, of course, and we, of course, been here all day. This is the week 0, that's what they call it, week 0 of the college football season. Been out here this morning, ESPN Game Day. They were here for 3 hours this morning, broadcasting from here, and an opportunity to showcase these two universities, Alcorn State and North Carolina Central as well. So they are here, and so we've been hearing from a variety of folks as well. Opportunity, so we're about to hear now from a couple officials with Coca-Cola. One of them is the chief of staff for the president of Coca-Cola North America. And so we're going to be hearing from Mr. Hester, and so we're going to be hearing from him in just a second. But also talking to Henry Hendricks, who is the lead for the multicultural for Coca-Cola, here from them as well. We talked with both commissioners of the SWAC and the MEAC, as well as of course the vice president of communications for Atlanta Braves, but also the president of North Carolina Central. So we want to hear the chancellor, from North Carolina Central. So let's get that ready. North Carolina Central, the chancellor. We had a great conversation. He talked about the wonderful things that are happening on the campus of North Carolina Central. Some great things that are going on there. And so here is that conversation with the chancellor. Mr. President, how you doing?
I am doing fine. So good to see you.
Good seeing you. Had a great time when I was on your campus.
Thank you. In fact, we still cherish that moment on our campus.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming to visit.
So I'm going to tell you something happened today. So the bands were performing.
Yes.
It was a Central Band, Alcorn State Band, and I'm taking photos or whatever.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm walking through, and so one of the trombone players, "Big Kid, walk our line." I was like, "Bro, relax." I said, "I'm taking a photo. I'm working." So they finished doing the song, and so one of the other band guys came over. He said, "Well, who are you?" I said, "Well, this is what I'm doing." And he's like, "Well, our culture, you can't break the line." He's like, and these guys don't know who you are. I said, "But your president do."
Absolutely. You should just mention my name. I said, "He's my buddy. That would take care of it."
So the police chief
Yes, sir.
came over like, "Mr. Barton, I love your show." He's like, "We'll talk to him. We'll talk to him." I said, "You didn't want to holler at them young bucks."
Absolutely.
I said, "Let them know who I am."
I will let him know next time I see him. I said, whenever you see Mr. Roland Barton, he has my ticket to go everywhere.
And so I had to tell him, I said, "Look, man, I've been promoting this for 2 weeks." I said, "Now, we push this out to about 3 million people."
Yes.
I said, "You want to be seen?"
And I tell him all the time, I cannot afford what is given us. The coverage that we're getting, this is expensive.
Yep.
None of us can afford it. And when we have people like you who come to the table and say, "Hey, look, we're going to give you that exposure," we can't pay for it. And so we really appreciate it. And our students have to understand that. They don't understand the issue of, PR, media, they don't understand it.
Yeah,
But we do.
I told him, I said, "Look, I get your rules, breaking the line." I said, "But look, we out here." I said, "This ain't the halftime. We're good." So, so it all got set over. The police chief said, I talked to him, don't worry about it.
I appreciate that very much. And I see Chief Williams, I'm going to let him know. What's up, man? If Roland comes around tomorrow, you let him straight to the front line. Let him take that picture.
There you go. You talked about the exposure,
Yes.
but not just for the schools, but also for both of these conferences and also for HBCUs across the board.
No question at all. In fact, I think the exposure for one HBCU is an exposure for all of us because we have mostly the same mission. We tell the same story. We serve the same types of students. We have the same historical perspective. And we have the same struggle. So one HBCU is all HBCU. Now, do we have rivalry? Yes, of course we do. But it's a good rivalry. So when we tell a story of one, we tell a story of the others. And so I'm so proud that, even this game is between two of our major institutions.
Right.
But we also represent the others at large. So that's why this is it's a very important moment for us.
And one of the things that we've been seeing, we've been covering the story, and look, I feature a lot of HBCU professors on my show as well. In the wake of George Floyd's death, there's been a significant focus, resurgence of resources, not just corporate America, but also philanthropists, but also from graduates who now say, you know what, the value of the HBCU matters.
And that's a question that we've talked about for years. Some have even questioned that. What's the value of HBCU? What's the impact of HBCU? But now, that for some reason, because of the environment that we're in, the equity issue, the disparity issue, the social justice issue, if that's what it takes to bring people to the table and understand our value, I'm not upset with it. We are getting the exposure nevertheless. But what I do say to people, what I do encourage people is that this not be a snapshot.
Right.
Let it be sustained. Because now, if you know where we've come, if you know our contribution to the society that we've proven, then let's sustain this relationship.
Right.
So that sustainability is what we need to preach. And that's what you're doing for us. And that's what we all need to be talking about. I don't need to tell you that we are an important institution. We have graduates in all walks of life who demonstrate that on a daily basis. But how do we keep on being relevant? What are the resources that we need? So it's going to take a sustained relationship from all of these corporations, all of these foundations to make it happen for us. So we thank you for this moment, and we look forward to a sustained relationship
Indeed.
with our institution for the foreseeable future.
Well, I look forward to coming back. When I was there, I did my show from there, and so would love to come back.
If your schedule permits, I'd love for you to come to our homecoming. The campus that you saw, I think it was about a year, maybe a year.
Yeah, but it was before COVID. So.
Before COVID. You will find a new campus now.
Uh-oh. Okay.
We've just completed our 5th capital project. We finished the Student Center Union. We finished 3 major residential halls. We broke ground for our School of Business. And now we're beginning to break ground for a 24/7 research center.
Wow.
So when you come to our campus now, you see the expansion.
Now, when is homecoming?
Homecoming is November 6th, I believe.
Okay, I'll take the schedule.
We'd love for you to come. And we want to expose, we don't want to be, as people say, the best kept secret anymore.
Right.
We want to be a known secret.
Well, we come down there, we'll try to help you be known.
Thank you so much. And I do appreciate your friendship, your partnership with our HBCUs, your voice, and your advocacy for us, both at the national stage and the local stage. You're doing it every day. Every time I see you on the television, you're fighting the fight. You're making the case. And let me tell you, we appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. Great to see you.
Thank you, brother.
Good luck in the game.
Well,
All right, folks. That was Chancellor of North Carolina Central University. Okay. We're now going to hear from a couple officials with Coca-Cola. Of course, Coca-Cola is one of the title sponsors of the game here. And they, of course, are here. They are here over the whole fan zone. So the game is an ESPN game. Coca-Cola, one of the title sponsors. So the chief of staff to the president of Coca-Cola for North America had a chance to catch up with him on yesterday as well, as we were at the Atlanta Braves baseball game where they were having a reception for both of these teams. And so here's our conversation with the brother of the chief of staff for the president of Coca-Cola North America. Pick up what the video is, so we have it up. So we got, and then also we have the lead multicultural for Coca-Cola, who is Henry Hendricks. Henry Hendricks, the lead with Coca-Cola for lead multicultural. And so they, of course, their job is to focus on all of the initiatives for HBCUs, targeting African Americans. And so now, so do we have that? Go ahead. So Henry, first of all, to have this game in y'all backyard has got to be cool because you're at home.
That's right. It's great to have the game here in our backyard. And I think it's very important that we message out to our consumers how much Coke wants to support and does support the community and the events in the community. And even beyond that, specifically talking about our HBCU partners, you know, we have been partners with the SWAC, the MEAC, the SEAC, and the CIAA for years. And we look forward to continuing those partnerships into the future. We want to make sure that we can contribute to that, but then also grow that into the future to help the black students and all the students that go to these universities.
Now, have y'all had to separate your Alcorn State Central graduates inside the company this week? Because, you know, there's always a little trash talk going on.
I understand, but Coke is one family, and we keep it together.
Yeah, you want family, but you know there's some trash talk going on. First of all, this won't be the only game that we're working with. Magic City Classic, Bayou Classic, the Court Celebration Bowl. And so that clearly is a sustained focus on HBCUs. Not just the game, but touching really the customers who are attending.
Absolutely. And that is our goal, is to make sure that as we build our programming, as we build our connection to these universities, it goes beyond athletics. It allows us to make relationships with not only the commissioners, but the presidents. We want to make sure that we're part of the fabric of HBCUs.
And obviously, being able to also pull from those HBCUs to hire graduates.
That's exactly right. We would want to be able to support these schools and support the students that come through their universities.
All right. Well, look, we're glad to be here. Of course, game day, glad to be here at the Braves game. It was a switch in the schedule, but we certainly have no problem just moving with the flow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, while we're here, I hope that people can come and stop by our Coke fan experience and taste our new Coke Zero Sugar. It's a product that we're really excited about. I think would be something that if they came by the experience, they'd really enjoy.
But we'll be broadcasting from there, so we'll be showing folks, giving them a sense of what's going on, and then for the folks who are other parts of the country who can't be here, they'll get to experience the flavor.
I love that.
All right.
Thank you,
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
You good. Thank you.
Yeah, we're clear. Hear from now we hear from the chief of staff to the president of Coca-Cola North America about their sponsorship of this game. All right, first of all, man, let's talk about this game. Let's talk about the MEAC-SWAC challenge. You know, how do you feel the energy that's around it?
That's amazing. Selfishly, my first HBCU game was seeing Steve McNair bust up UT's chat back home. So I would say the Coca-Cola Company is very proud to be a part of this event. You know, we have a long-standing history with our HBCUs, and this is just a way for us to fulfill our purpose of refreshing the world and making a difference. So it's perfect timing, and it's in the backyard of the hometown of Coca-Cola Company, so you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
And, of course, for it to be, as ESPN keeps saying, week 0, so all of the attention is going to be on this game.
That's right. That's right. This is the first game of the season, right? This is the kickoff, so named appropriately. But we just appreciate the MEAC-SWAC challenge. It's an opportunity to kind of elevate black talent, black sports, and it's just a perfect fit for our organization, what we stand for.
And it's not just the only thing with Coca-Cola. We're going to be with y'all in Birmingham for Magic City Classic,
right.
In New Orleans for the Bayou Classic,
That's right.
And then back here for the Celebration Bowl.
That's right. All roads lead to the Celebration Bowl, right? Back to the hometown of the Saturday. Can't wait. Didn't know about that. Didn't know about that. But can't wait to see you in the Magic City Classic. Can't wait to go down to the Bayou. So all those stops we look forward to every year.
Last question for you. Could they give me the wrap? They're like, we got 2 minutes. I was like, okay, I'll let y'all breathe. And that is, there's a lot of HBCU graduates in Coca-Cola. And so I take it they also appreciate the emphasis.
Oh, it's amazing. We were doing the numbers, and some of the higher schools are here in the AUC. We have a long partnership with, of course, Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark. But we're looking to go deeper, to go beyond activation, go beyond just these games and the classics. This is talent. These are the future leaders of tomorrow. So we're changing the way we look at how we partner through this events like this.
All right. Well, we certainly appreciate being in partnership with Coca-Cola. Thanks a lot.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother.
All right. There you go. Thank you. All right, folks, welcome back again to the Coca-Cola Fan Zone here at the MEAC-SWAC Challenge at Center Park Stadium on the campus of Georgia State University here in Atlanta. North Carolina Central, Alcorn State, they're going to be squaring off in the game. So what you're seeing here, folks, we are in, this is the, of course, the Coca-Cola Fan Zone. You see all of the different folks that are down here. They are out here walking back and forth. Of course, participating in all kinds of different games, getting free stuff out here. So we've been hanging out with them. Folks have been out here all day long because ESPN, they, of course, were out here earlier with the ESPN Game Day experience. And so a lot of different people have been out here hanging out. This plaza was jam-packed with football fans from all over. Folks came from all over. There was even one high school football team that was out here hanging out. And Migos, they performed. We showed you one of their performances. And so now I'm about to show you a second performance. Actually, before we go to Migos, we're going to hear from John Grant. John Grant, he's a brother. You saw he was driving by. I call him the sheriff of this game. And so we talked with him at the Atlanta Braves game last night. We'll hear from John Grant. Then we're going to show you the second performance of Migos here at the MEAC-SWAC Challenge. John, what's happening?
What's going on, Roland?
Well, I figured, okay, so here's the deal. Since you decided, John was like, should I leave his glasses on, take my shades off? So John, I'll go ahead and make you comfortable.
Don't join me.
I'll go ahead and make you comfortable.
Cool,
so, I'll make you comfortable. We'll go ahead and do that. All right. So when we chatted earlier, so we first met when I gave a speech, and what were you doing in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada?
Giving a speech just like you.
I mean, that was a trip.
It was. Enjoyed it, man. And I have pictures on my phone of that.
Dude, it was, the funniest part was, so it was a business conference.
Right.
So I said, okay, business conference, all right, so I'm going to put the blue suit on, I'm going to put the red tie. Man, I walked into the room, and the first thing they were like, well, your ascot. And I was like, are y'all serious?
That's Roland.
They said, well, all we keep hearing about is his ascot. They were like disappointed. I was like, y'all, my bad.
I remember. It was great. Let me tell you what I also remember about that, Roland. You tweeted, because you and I were sitting next to each other at lunch, and you tweeted the entire time we were at lunch. So what I learned from that was, you know what? You've got to be aggressive in the space, and you've got to be engaged. And I learned that from watching you that day.
Absolutely. And I've had some people places where I've been, they were like, you your phone the whole time. And I said, I got 3.5 million followers. I said, so you want this free publicity or not?
Right.
Then they're like, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. In fact, it was funny. So when we were together earlier, so they had the Central and the Alcorn State bands.
Right.
So I was taking photos and I was taking videos. And so I was walking, so this dude stops me. He's like, man, you keep walking out of line. I was like, first of all, you better get your hand off my chest. I said, but bro, I've been promoting this game for 2 weeks. I said, so do y'all want the attention or not? Oh, my bad. I'm just saying. I said, relax. I said, nobody breaking your line.
Right.
I'm like, relax. But I had to go, I had to go ahead and,
Well,
it was a young buck. He
didn't know.
He didn't know. And then when the security came over, the chief of police, all the police knew. All of the Central Police team, Roland, watch the show, whatever. I was like, you might want to let that young buck know. So tell us about ESPN's involvement in this game and how big this is, to kick off 2021 college football season.
Well, let me start first by thanking you, man, for being here. I mean, we feel like when Roland Martin shows up, then you have a top-tier event. And so thank you for being here. We are just so excited about this year's game. We didn't have college football among many HBCUs. The SWAC was able to pull off a spring season, but the MEAC did not. And so last year we canceled this game as well because of that. But the energy this year ESPN has really stepped forward. We moved the game into week 0 to put it into position to be first. I love from Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby says, if you're not first, you're last. And we realized that being in first helps to make a difference. And it unlocked a lot of resources. It unlocked the opportunity to have game day. It unlocked the opportunity for us to have first take. It unlocked the opportunity for us to have Roland Martin Unfiltered. And I'm going to mention you in the same breath because it's you guys that really kept the lights on when others really weren't paying attention. And I want to thank you for that because everything that's happening now is a result of, you guys keeping the attention and then so that others can follow suit.
And it does. I mean, look. You guys have a massive footprint with game day, and so y'all didn't go small. Y'all didn't send the game day B package.
No.
Y'all, you brought the game day A package, and that's important because what it's saying is we think this game and these teams are just as important as going to Alabama or Ohio State or Michigan.
That is absolutely true, and that statement is one that will have significant impact on not just North Carolina Central and Alcorn State, but the HBCU diaspora, in total. But more importantly, we think it also should send a message, to companies out there who are looking to really connect with the HBC community and our consumers, that you either need to go big or stay home.
That's right.
You go big.
That's right.
Or stay home. And what you're seeing, as you saw today, with not only College Game Day, but with our Coca-Cola fan experience and all of the activations that are taking place in that footprint. The game is in prime time on Saturday, August the 28th at 7 p.m. on ESPN's Mothership Network.
There you go.
So we think that speaks volumes to what the value. It speaks volumes to the opportunity, and certainly we are hopeful that others will follow suit with those who are making the investments, the strategic investments in that space.
And of course, we're here with Coca-Cola. We're going to be back in December for the Celebration Bowl.
Absolutely, and I certainly have to thank our title sponsor of both games, Cricket Wireless. I mean, Cricket and their CEO John Dwyer really saw the value of what we were building and made the investment to become the title sponsor of both games, which means they really sort of own the space when you talk about it from a wireless point of view. And not only did they do it with the games, but they also made additional investment in assets that ESPN had. They invested in our Why Not Us series, presenting sponsor of that. They were the presenting sponsor of today's First Take program. And so that says a lot about how they see the space and how they're taking advantage of the opportunity that these platforms present.
Well, look, we appreciate it, and we're truly glad to be here. Can't wait to have our cameras rolling for the halftime show and the post-game concert. And then, as I told the folks at Coke, we're going to, with all the stuff we're shooting, we're going to be doing stuff the week after the game. That way you should have the post coverage. Absolutely.
And, my hope is, and I'm saying this in camera, to your sponsor, that this isn't a one-off. You really want to take the opportunity to push this all the way through the season because Coca-Cola is not only the title sponsor of the fan experience for the Cricket MEAC-SWAC Challenge, they're the title sponsor of the fan experience at the Cricket. So it starts in Atlanta, and it should end in Atlanta. The question becomes, especially partnering with you, is what do you do between point A and point Z? And I think that, there's a lot of opportunity there, and I know that they'll take advantage of it.
But also with a lot of other sponsors as well. But that's the thing that we've been making this point that, folks, black-owned media matters, and for these companies to show value in what we can do. So absolutely.
Absolutely. Man, thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Looking forward to the game.
Appreciate you, my friend.
Thanks a lot, brother. All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks, that's John Grant of ESPN. So we certainly appreciate all the things that they have been doing with this game. A lot of folks we've been, of course, had an opportunity to talk with. It has been fantastic. We are 1 hour and 20 minutes away from kickoff. If you want to check the game out, do so, please, by going to ESPN, 7 p.m. Eastern, is when Alcorn State will take on North Carolina Central University. And there's a kickoff to the college football season. It all begins today right here in Atlanta at the MEAC-SWAC Challenge here at Center Park Stadium on the campus of Georgia State University. You see all the folks who have been going up and down the street, enjoying all the different booths out here. Cricket Wireless, of course, they are the title sponsor of this game, and so they are here. Coca-Cola, this is the Coca-Cola fan zone. They've got their kitchen out here. Chef Kwame has been providing food to various people as they have been coming by as well, and so man, it has been an unbelievable day here in Atlanta. We thought for a second we were going to be impacted by the rain clouds, but luckily the rain clouds actually stayed away, and so we certainly are happy to see that happen. Last thing we wanted, of course, was to have to deal with rain out here, and so we had an opportunity to, just enjoy ourselves out here. It's been great. I told you I had 4 tickets earlier. Several people actually claim those tickets, and so they are on their way to pick them up. And so we'll have that form. We've also been so yesterday, folks. Yesterday we were here, and the folks from ESPN were out. They had cameras out. And then there was a production company, MF Cool Productions. And so yesterday, first of all, when the Migos performed, both bands performed with them. And so there was a production company here that was out here. And then they had the Battle of the Bands here, where the bands squared off against one another. So I'm trying to cue this up, get this ready for y'all, so y'all can actually check out. We'll have that for y'all as well. In just one moment, so I'm working on it. Just trying to get our computer here. We lost power a little bit early, and so we're trying to get that all straight. And so that's what we're doing. So glad you guys have been joining us, checking out our stream. One of the reasons why we want to do this, and look, we know that there have been events going on all day. In fact, in a moment, I'm going to be joined by Congresswoman Nakima Williams. They had a major rally on the campus, at the MOK Center. It was one of the many events happening today all across the country as folks, this is August 28th, of course, is the anniversary of the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. And so folks have been, they had events taking place at the Lincoln Memorial in the nation's capital. They were there. There were people who have been here. There have been rallies in cities all across the country. And so we did not want folks to forget that. Of course, we were live streaming all of those events earlier today on Roland Martin Unfiltered. You can certainly catch the rebroadcast. And so we were checking that out. So again, so people were asking me, hey, why aren't you in D.C. covering this? I was about to remind them, we've been covering these events all year, all summer. We were down in Austin, of course, for the March for Democracy with the Poor People's Campaign, Beto O'Rourke. And so we were there 4 consecutive days, marching with them, live streaming 7 hours a day, and then, of course, culminating in the big rally, the Texas State Capitol on that Saturday. And so I told them, I said, it's not like we have been missing in action on these issues. And so that's where we were. Again, folks, I told you, Migos performed a couple of songs, and let's get ready for the second performance. They literally were right behind us. And so we simply whipped the cameras around and shot that second performance. So here's Migos performing earlier here in the plaza at Center Park Stadium.
finna get some straight and let's go. Hey, Castro go.
All right, folks. So yesterday, as I said, Alcorn State, North Carolina Central, I had a drumline battle. The folks at MF Cool Productions, they shot it, and so we wanted to show them some love, and so we want to bring that to you. Check this out, y'all. Up. I don't understand what's going on. All right, so let me know when we actually have it, y'all. Today. So, all right, y'all, we're trying to get it together here. So it's about a 12-minute video. So hope y'all really enjoy it. Pretty cool. And y'all heard me talking with the chancellor about one of the band members, but it's all good. So, all right, guys, what's up? Let's show the video. Let's get it going. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but we're trying to work it all out so we can show y'all the video. I see it playing on my end. I don't know what's going on. So we're trying to make it happen. Coca-Cola Fan Zone, folks. I gave away 4 tickets. I'm trying to find out if they have even more tickets for me to give away to some fans. I'll know that in just a second. Hey, Michael. Michael. So, Michael, are we going to the Alcorn State president, is she going to make let's find out if she's heading over here. Okay. All right. So we were trying to get the Alcorn State president here. So all right, y'all finally got it. All right. Hear the bell of the bands.
had sex and a condom fell out.
What? Let's get the bandito.
This really needs a pinch and zoom.
Ready? Good job, y'all. All right, back to position. Back to position, quickly.
Come on, Congresswoman, come on over here.
is always just minutes
All right, y'all. I want to talk with Congresswoman Nakima Williams. Let's see here. Let's see right here.
How you doing today, Roland? It was good. We had a good turnout this morning, and we had some of the children of the civil rights movement on the front lines, and they're picking up the mantle where their parents left off. I was on the front line of the march today with Andrea Young, who's the daughter of Andrew Young, and we marched from the King Center down to the John Lewis mural, and Ludacris performed to get young people involved, to make sure that people understand that this is an intergenerational fight, and this is our civil rights moment. We have decisions to make. If they want to know what they would have done during the civil rights movement, now's the time to find out.
So, what we're talking about here, obviously,
That all of our students had somewhere to stay. I'm on the HBCU caucus in Congress, and as everybody's talking about infrastructure and what that really means, we're making sure that our HBCUs are part of that infrastructure. Our institutions have buildings that need support, and so we are making sure that they get the funding that they need as we're talking about infrastructure and as this bill goes through Congress.
And so explain to people who don't seem to understand when people think, when you talk about funding of HBCUs, Donald Trump kept lying when he's like, oh, I'll get the permanent funding, in terms of how narrow it is in terms of we talk about funding, because there are a number of HBCUs that are state universities. North Carolina Central is a state HBCU, is a public HBCU.
Exactly.
Alcorn State's a public HBCU versus the Morehouse and Spelman that are private.
Exactly. So what people will have you to believe is that Donald Trump did more for HBCUs than any other president, and that is absolutely false. And what we need to look at is what is happening right now in Congress. We have a bill that is going through Congress to help our buildings, but also when you talk to HBCU students who just got their bills wiped clean, that happened because of the Biden administration. That happened because the American Rescue Plan that came through, and so we gave direct funding to HBCUs across the country so that they could help students, and 50% of that money had to go directly to students. And so slates that are being wiped clean from students' accounts, that's because of the Biden administration, and that is helping students directly.
And we still are dealing with the issue of student loan debt. Black students are more impacted by anybody else.
That is one of my top priorities in Congress, Roland. I serve on the House Financial Services Committee, and as we're talking about how do we close the racial wealth gap in this country, where right here in Atlanta it is worse than it is anywhere else in the country, we have to look at how student loan debt impacts that. It impacts your ability to buy a home. And so you're starting off not from a level playing field. And so we have to address that. We have a bill right now in Congress that will make so that student loan debt is looked at differently for your debt to income ratio until we can get the student loan debt canceled. What are other things that we can do in the interim? And so that's what we're focused on.
And so on that particular point, you have many people like Sarah Elizabeth Warren who's saying, President Biden, you have the authority to cancel student loan debt. You have Speaker Nancy Pelosi who says he doesn't. Okay, what's the answer? Does he?
So I think it takes the political will, Roland. If Joe Biden wants to cancel student loan debt, then he needs to step up and do it and not wait for somebody to tell him. So we need to continue to voice our concerns and make sure that the administration understands that we put him in office. And so they need to be held accountable. And if this is what we want as a people, then we need to continue to step up and voice our concerns.
Well, look, that is obviously a huge issue. And when I hear folks talk about, well, it's unfair if we cancel all student loan debt because that means people with means will get their debt canceled. The reality is that most people who have student loan debt don't have means. So I'm sorry, if there are a handful of people who have got that mix who might benefit, I'm sorry, it's going to benefit far more people who desperately need it.
Well, when we talk about fairness in this country, we can go back a few hundred years, Roland, and if people really want to talk about what's fair, and I see it, it's a means of reparations. It's one form of reparations if we address student loan debt, the impact that it will have on...
No, I'm not going to use the word reparations. Here's why. We canceled the debt of companies who screwed us. That wasn't called reparations. We sat here and supposedly took on those toxic assets, which they then used taxpayer dollars to fortify their balance sheets, kept the toxic assets, then turned around and sold those homes to hedge funds, and now Wall Street owns 1 out of 7 homes in America.
This is very true. And if we really want to talk about building back better and equity in this country, then we have to address the student loan debt crisis.
Well, there are people right now who want to buy a home who have the resources, but they literally cannot compete when a Wall Street firm comes in with all of their money. And so what is happening is those Wall Street firms are forcing people to be renters as opposed to homeowners.
Paying more than what they would pay as a homeowner.
So that's why it trips me out when I hear all of this stuff about, oh, my God, this wouldn't be right if we cancel student loan debt. I'm like, didn't y'all hook up people with private planes with PPP loans?
Yep.
See, it's amazing. Look,
that's why I said it takes the political will to get it done.
Right, but also having the guts. And here's the deal, President Biden, you ain't losing nothing to say, I'm going to sit here and take care of low to middle income people. I'm trying to figure out you ain't losing many votes on that one.
Yep.
That's it. Well, look, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Of course, you going to the game?
I'm not going to the game. I have on my Cub Scout shirt. My son is out here somewhere.
He's over there.
We're headed to Cub Scouts.
Oh, Lord. What they doing?
He is actually going up to the Braves game, and they're doing their scout parade at the game. And his unit is going to be there.
Well,
and he's
HBCU night was
excited.
last night, so we were
Yes.
there last night.
It was last night.
All right, Congresswoman, good to see you.
I'm a mama first.
I understand. Well, good seeing you.
Good to see you,
We
too.
appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
See you later.
All right, folks. We are almost done at 6:15. About 15 more minutes left before we actually get done. We've been out here, y'all, for all day, actually. Been out here for broadcasting since 3 p.m. And so as you see, of course, they're shutting down the Coca-Cola kitchen. That's behind us. That's right. Get a shot of the kitchen, y'all. They're shutting the kitchen down. And so all the folks, they're packing up stuff. And so we're about to finish up here in the fan zone here as well. And so then we're going to head inside, of course, with our cameras as well. All right, so put the headset on there. And so we were talking, and so we were working. And this brother, he was like, man, I got this gift for you, but I was working. So I was like, well, we're going to go down there to see him down there, but I was working. So came here. All right, what's your name?
My name is DeAndre Etherly. How you doing?
Great, DeAndre. And what's your company?
DZ Dex is my company. We sell 24 karat gold playing cards specifically for HBCUs, marching bands.
24 karat gold playing cards. Anthony, look at that bag right there. Looking at that bag right there. Outside pocket right there. This is the outside pocket. I think it's outside. No. Yeah, outside pocket. Zipped up portion. All right. Y'all do these? Or is this another company?
No. That's a black pack. Mine
I
is
don't know
a
what this
different
was.
company.
I know. So they do these, but these are just regular cards.
Those are regular cards.
You doing something different?
We customize them specifically for HBCUs,
Okay.
Greek organizations, black marching bands.
Okay.
So, like, for example, this is our Alpha Phi Alpha deck, and you'll see it says, first of all, servants of all, we shall transcend all.
Which is all true.
On every single card. You can actually feel the quality of them. Very high quality cards.
Absolutely. All right, cool.
So that's what we have. And we do make them in all HBCUs as well, and our black marching bands. So they're really a unique gift that folks like to give out for birthdays and holidays and things of that nature.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to understand. You got the Joker. How wasn't the Joker in black and gold?
Everything
but
can't be in black and gold.
Or what you should have done is, if you had the Joker, you should have put the Joker in purple and gold.
Because that's the Joker.
And crimson and cream, because they're a joke. I'm just saying. I see. All right, then.
Yeah.
Cool. So y'all see. So you do them for fraternities, sororities. You said HBCUs as well.
Yep, and black marching bands as well. So you can find any DZ deck to fit whatever.
All right. So where do folks go check it out?
www.dzdex.com. That's DEEZYDECKS.com.
All
We're
right.
at DZDex on all social media. We definitely want to bring a gift for you as
Cool.
well.
All right.
So that's an alpha deck for you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, good brother. Thank you so much for all that you do for us.
All right, thanks a bunch.
Thanks a man.
All right, appreciate it,
Have
bro.
a good
Thanks a
one.
lot.
Bye-bye.
All right, then, y'all, because y'all know it's like when you run that boss and just slam it on them. Y'all know how I do when I play spades. All right, then, y'all. We've been having an absolute great time out here. I want to thank the folks with Coca-Cola, of course, for being here, for working with us, or partnering with us to be here. They brought us in, of course, hanging out with their kitchen back here. Chef Kwame was back here. All the other folks who was here as well, we certainly appreciate all of them. We've been here, of course, covering all of these issues, showing y'all some stuff. And I'm going to do this here. I did it earlier, but some of y'all said we had audio issues, and so I wanted to go ahead and play it again. And that is, we showed you. So we're going to end it this way. We're going to end it this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this video up if I can. And it was actually it was a drone presentation of the campus of Alcorn State. And so I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool. So let's actually show that during our stream. And so we want to do that. Then also North Carolina Central opened their business school. And so I want to replay that video as well, just so you can hear the video. All right, so let's now go to, so this is a look at the campus of Alcorn State University. Check it out, y'all.
everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Good evening. We begin with what sounds like a very public declaration of independence.
I have multiple sources.
You should absolutely plan to watch it.
Back again, back to back, made back, stack the M's. Told him I miss Slim Shady, bag the M. Once he go black, he'll be back again. Back to back, made back, stack the M's.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video on the ins and outs, pros and cons. Basically my overall feelings, information I feel like you need to know about
so we were checking that whole thing out, and so that was pretty cool. It was good seeing the folks out here enjoying themselves as best that they can. And so, all right, y'all. So I showed some love there to Alcorn State, and we were showing you that. Then I was telling you about when we showed the video earlier of the new business school at North Carolina Central. And so let's showcase them.
Learning experience for our students. It's going to be equipped with technological innovation, trading room, entrepreneurship room, and all of the training devices that our students need to move into the 21st century. We are moving our institution into the next phase of our mission. Our hope for the future is that with the construction of this new building, we can begin to attract even more students to our campus. We can begin to increase our diversity. Students of all races, of all color, will come here to get the best education that an institution can provide so they can go into the workforce and continue to contribute to the world. That is our hope. And so we look forward to the finishing of this building, and we look forward to the actual ribbon cut when the building opens next year, fall of 2022. We love NCCU because traditionally we have been in the business of educating students and preparing them for the future. This is in line with that tradition. We continue to look for ways by which we can improve what we do through the hiring of very strong faculty, through the expansion of our facilities, and through the expansion of recruiting the best students to our campus. So we continue in that tradition that our founder laid down when the university was founded.
We are excited to look into the future as we break ground on a new School of Business building. This 76,000 square foot structure will house resources to advance our programs to offer a space for innovation and physically resemble the 21st century business design model that our students will soon enter into. Located on the corner of Alston and Lawson Street, the building will be an impressive gateway to North Carolina Central University's campus. With the inclusion of a new culinary lab and dining room, our hospitality and tourism program will be able to demonstrate in real time how to institute the kinds of innovation and best practices necessary to advance our students' prospective hospitality careers and the industry as a whole. We will have over 600 square feet of business incubator space to cultivate our student businesses and promote their entrepreneurial aspirations. A trading room to further support our financial management programs, an innovation lab to give space for technological advancements, and a behavioral research lab with a focused study room to give our students and professional development coordinators access to experiential instruction will be included in our new school. With executive conference rooms, we will have state-of-the-art facilities to host distinguished guests, board of visitors, corporate partners, and academic colleagues. Last but certainly not least, we will have a 200-seat auditorium available to host lectures, workshops, classes, and special series events. With a commitment to continued community outreach and student development, this building will house services that will provide financial counseling and workshops through the Peggy Ward Financial Literacy Center, a volunteer income tax assistance for low-income residents, a cybersecurity lab for high school and community training programs, a real estate center to support community service learning projects for our graduate students, and a center for entrepreneurship and economic development to provide technical assistance to small businesses. Scheduled to be completed in 2022, we are excited to go into the next frontier of business education through the development of this new building.
A reader lives.
Folks, that were the folks at North Carolina Central. They're opening their new business school. That's it for us, folks. Guess what? We have to shut this thing down. Head inside, of course, with 30 minutes from game time. Y'all, check out ESPN, main ESPN, 7 p.m. Eastern, to check out North Carolina Central University versus Alcorn State in the MEAC-SWAC Challenge. Y'all want to set your notifications because halftime, we're going to be inside. We're going to live stream the whole halftime show. Yes, the whole halftime show. After the game, they got a post-game concert, and we'll live stream that as well. And so we got full service duties here in Atlanta at the MEAC-SWAC Challenge. Again, big ups to ESPN. Thank you very much to Coca-Cola as well for partnering with us on this, and all the folks we talked with as well, and a lot of all the fans stopping by. Sorry, folks, people were stopping me trying to get me to talk as well, but we were working. So we appreciate it. So we'll see you guys at halftime. And the next time we do this, Birmingham, we coming to y'all because we're going to be at Magic City Classic. Looking forward to that as well. So, again, I'll see you guys at halftime. Roland Martin Unfiltered, a special edition of Roland Martin Unfiltered here from Center Park Stadium in Atlanta. Folks, I'll see you in, about an hour and a half, 2 hours for halftime. Holla!